Hello, hello. Sorry for take two. Thank you for coming back again to start it off again. I'm Angela with Happy Little Stitch Shop. Today we are here for Mercantile Mondays. Um, Welcome. Today is Monday, February 12th, 2024. And we're here to work, or I today am working on the puzzle block that was just released today by Lori Holt, the designer, on her blog, beinmybonnetblogspot.com. And so today we're here to make the puzzle block, or that's what I'm working on today. Some of you guys are caught up. Have any of you already made the puzzle block this morning? Did you already make it? Are you already done with that? Or do you still have the puzzle block to do? Hello, Deborah. Hello, Laurel. Hello, Jill. Hello, Chris. Hello, Sheila. Hello, Pam. Thank you for coming back for take two. I apologize for the technical difficulties. So I am caught up. I have another block under here. I'm starting to consolidate them a little bit. So my birthday block is under here. Here, I'll just show you. I'll just show you overhead. So our first block that we did for the Mercantile Sampler was the birthday cake block. So this was the very first one. And then we worked on this one together last week, the Angel Star block. Remember, I ran out of bobbin thread when I was getting ready to create my applique circle. So we didn't get to the circle part last week, but hopefully we should get there this week. So the Angel Star block is done. And then last week, Lori released the maple leaf block. So I have my maple leaf block done. And then Friday, let's see if I can get these back away. Friday, Lori released the Grandma's quilt block. That's this one. So I did this one over the weekend. And then this morning, Lori released this puzzle block one right here, which I have all my pieces here for, and my pretty background square, which it looks like I have to turn. Not that it matters, but so my background is ready to go. But today we're working on the puzzle block. Hey, Jude, I'm so glad you're back. Hello, Libby. I love those blocks and the fabrics. Me too, BK Pastor. I love them too. I'm anxiously waiting on my kit, says Patty. Hope to catch up soon. These will go together lickety split for you, especially if you can get ahead on the cutting. I feel like cutting everything ahead of time has made all the difference in the world for me. So I'm really, and with this kit, this is the first kit that I've ever had all the way cut before the So Long started. The cutting went really quickly with this one. So like dive into the cutting because you might be very pleasantly surprised at how quickly the cutting goes. So I'm anxious for you to catch up to, Patty. I think you're going to have lots of fun. Betsy, thank you for coming back for take two. Loving making these blocks and staying on track. Me too. Hello, Martha. Hello, hello. So have all of you guys out here made the puzzle block yet? Or are you working on it? Or planning to work on it this week or maybe today? I don't know. Hello, Mary. So I have all of my goodies laid out here for the puzzle block, and I kind of want to start to jump right in. I have all my pieces cut, all ready to go. My little block is labeled. It's ready to go. And I have Lori's, I have my block page over here. So in the block guide, this is what we get for the block guide. It tells you what to cut, all the pieces to cut, background to cut, gives you pictures of how it's all going to go together. So that's super handy. And then I always have Lori's blog post up on my phone because that's what I really follow for all of the step-by-step instructions. Not yet. You're doing it right now. Yay, Chris. Sheila, I started my puzzle block at lunch. I got about 3/4 to the center done. Patty, I'm almost finished with Spring Bouquet. Watching you, I decided to go ahead and make this one. Yay. Martha, I'm working on Grandma's quilt block today, but I'm glad I can watch you make the puzzle block. Well, let's see how we do. I'm a little bit, when I was reading the instructions this morning, it's a lot of flying geese today for the puzzle block, which is good. I've done lots of flying geese before, so I'm not concerned about that. But these are a little bit different they're a little bit of a scrappy flying geese. So wish me luck. Wish me luck. Working on Grandma's quilt and puzzle block today, says Carolyn. Got to make maple leaf block soon. I'm getting there. Good. Maple leaf block was so much fun. I love that. Love that block. I could make a whole quilt just out of that because I think it's super cute. Okay. So first up, as you guys know, here's my disclaimer. This is not a tutorial. Lori lays out all of the information on her blog. I'm just here sewing with you. Mercantile Mondays are not Mercantile Tutorial Mondays. It is a time for us to get together and sew and stay on track. And if you have questions, I can do my best to answer them. But it's really just sewing time together to try to keep each other motivated and on track and have some fun sewing together. So I'm just going to do it how I do it, following Lori's blog. And there will be times when I'm off camera sewing or off camera ironing, but please keep the chit chat flowing because that always makes it more fun to have somebody to chit chat with while you're getting your sewing done. So first step, according to Lori's blog, is to sew the E and the D together. So I'm going to head over to my sewing machine and I'm going to sew those two together quick. I will tell you, I was sewing that one, Grandma's quilt block together. And it was half square triangles again, which we've been doing a lot throughout this quilt. And I've sewn them up no problem. I don't know what happened yesterday, but I sewed the two lines on my half square triangles to then trim down the middle. And my two lines were so wonky. I don't know what happened. So I for sure grabbed my marking. I had to rip them all out. And I had to grab my marking ruler to mark every single square because I don't know what happened, but my lines, I mean, I visually could see it. I didn't even have to measure. Like it wasn't even close. I could look at it and one line was like this and the other one was like this. I was like, what is happening? So I'm going to be trusting this marking ruler if I need to use that today instead of trying to just do it like I normally do it. Hello, Sally P. You're loving it. Yay. I'm so happy to hear that. Okay, so if I'm going to get anything done today, I got to start sewing. So I'm going to take this to start sewing, and I'm going to leave that there for you to get inspired by while I'm sewing my blocks together. I need to know, though, did anybody watch the Super Bowl? Is anybody a Super Bowl fan, or maybe not so much? I don't know. Sew these 4 blocks together and I'm going to press my seams open. And if you did watch the Super Bowl, were you happy about the outcome or not so much? Okay, I have my 4 blocks sewn together. I'm going to press them open quick. Set the seams. Okay. These are pressed open. I do want to take those off. What did people say? Finishing up Grandma's quilt blocks, says Kathy. Okay. Happy the Chiefs won, but I didn't watch. Oh, you didn't watch, Laurel. Super Bowl was sad. I wanted the Niners to win. Oh, I bet you did, Chris. It was Super So Sunday, says Hey Jude. I live in KC suburb, and it was a nail biter. It was a nail biter. It was. Although well done by the Chiefs, says Chris. I watched the Super Bowl, and I have never watched a whole game before last night. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan either, but was rooting for the Chiefs. I watched Super Bowl, says Mary. Worked on Lori Holt Calico Garden Quilts. Yes, I was thrilled with the outcome. Yay! Carolyn loved the outcome, but it was stressful. It was an intense game, for sure. It was very intense. Patty watched all of it and never gave up on the Chiefs. I knew they would find a way. And it happened. It did. Okay, so I have these pressed open, and all 4 of those are together. Now we're going to sew easy corner triangles onto the D squares. This is the D square. I shouldn't have taken my thing off. I shouldn't have taken it off. Yes, this is D, that's E. Okay, so for sure I'm going to be marking these A squares because my sewing was so crazy yesterday. So I don't trust it. This is just a single line marking. So I was seriously perplexed. So I'm lining up corner to corner. Maybe I'll be better because it's not the 2 on either side. Both of those lines were so off. How many of these do we have to do? Just 4. Last one. Okay, so I'm going to take these and I'm going to sew them to the D squares. Right like this. Line up the sides. So corner to corner. So I'm going to take these and do that quick. Finally got you back. I'm glad you are back, Louise. Sorry about take 2. Okay. all of those done. I'm going to press the stitches quick. Okay. Now we're going to have to trim these. Trim off, press open, trim and press. So it's going to be like this. That's what we're going for. One, two, three. Do you guys have any big Valentine's Day plans? It's Valentine's week. Besides sewing Whip Wednesday with me, do you have any big Valentine's Day plans? Betsy says, oh boy, my block is going in reverse. I sewed the blue and the pink. Flips to the wrong side. It's going to be a different type of puzzle block. Am I doing it right? Maybe I'm not. Yeah, and then the blue goes to this one. I'm going to press these open. Okay. These are pressed open. See? Okay, let's see what's next. Oh dear, I almost missed this. Hello, Sharon. I need a Quilted Witch schedule. So actually, Sally, Quilted Witch is still on my list as well. And so I'm planning to plan out a schedule for that at some point. I want to get through October Skies first, and I would like to catch up on Autumn Love, plus keep up with some of the autumn quilts that Lori's going to be doing, and then Hometown Holiday. But Quilted Witch is on my radar. So I will at some point be working that into my schedule to do a Quilted Witch schedule and work on that. Laurel, my hubby is working in New Orleans this week, so no Valentine's plans for me. Not that we celebrate. We don't really either. So we don't have plans either. I have a Stitch with Lori Club meeting that night, so I'm gonna be with some of you people. Misty, oof, I totally want to join you when you do the Quilted Witch. Oh, good. We have a bunch of those kits left in the shop. And so I'm hoping some people will get a kit and join in, but it's not going to happen for a little while. I have my kit ready. It's ready to go, but it's not going to happen for a little bit because I need to find, the right place to put it in so that it's doable and manageable and able to be kept up with. Okay, now add the easy corner triangles onto the other side using the C-squares. These. I can do that, Lori. I can do it. I'm going to add this to this side. Just to be safe, because I'm not trusting my machine right now, I'm going to mark on here so I have a second guide. Like I'm just backing up my sewing a little bit with these marks. This marking ruler, I will tell you, I think Susan said it last week. She said, the handiest little tool that I didn't even know that I needed, but it is so handy. And after, I mean, I've been using it for this, especially for the bigger blocks, but after yesterday, now I'm like, well, I'm just gonna do a mark to make sure. Okay, so I'm gonna go do these. Going out for dinner with 4 other couples. Chris, that'll be super fun. Are you going any place like fabulous? What kind of food? Pasta, Italian, steak and potatoes. It's a date, says Laurel. Thank you. Chris, my husband will be with my oldest on the way back to college, so I may take my youngest out for a burger. Well, that sounds good too. That sounds like fun. Okay, let's see if I can do this without causing myself problems. The puzzle block for sure. Where do all the pieces go? Line them up correctly. I swear, every time I do flying geese, I freak myself out a little bit. Like, do I have it going the right way so that the wings are where they're supposed to be? I always second guess myself. And then as I start sewing, I'm like, am I doing it the right way? I don't want to have to rip it out. Does anybody else do that? Or is it just me? Okay, these are done. I'm going to put these on this board over here. These are done. And that's, before I cut, I'm just going to make sure. Yes, that is what I want. Okay, so then I can trim these. Press these open. Okay, all those are pressed. Okay, now what? What are you guys saying? Bahama Breeze. What is that? I'll probably have salmon, but they have, oh, that's where you're going to eat. They have these awesome pineapple bowls with chicken, rice, shrimp, and pineapple served in a half pineapple. That could be a game. How many times can Chris say pineapple? I'm behind already, but we'll work steady with time allowed. Enjoying your postings. Thank you, Jan. No worries about being behind. Hello, Valeria. The back of Lori's blocks looks so perfect. I know. No, mine does not either. I'm so nuts. Yeah, mine does not look perfect either, for sure. My intersections are always a little. See, there's perfect. Oh, you guys can't see it. Maybe that's a good thing. The back of mine is not perfect either. But I say, as my mom always said to me about cross stitch, nobody's looking at the back. So don't worry about it. So don't worry about it. Sorry, I'm late. I was doing X-ray on my wrist, getting old sucks next month. 65 years younger. That's not old. That's not an old, Valeria. But I do agree with you. This aging thing is for the birds. That's what I say. It's for the birds. Okay, so I have my 4 done. Set these aside for a bit. Will do. Okay, and then these should be pretty fast. I think I'm not going to mark these. So for these, we're going to just turn these into regular old flying geese with 1 on each side. I should have 8 of these. 2, 4, 6, 8. I do. All right. Hold on, my friends. Here, I'll give you something pretty to look at. Regular old flying geese. Let's see if I can do this without my sewing being really off. Send me some good sewing vibes so I don't completely mess it up. I can sew a straight line. I can do it. I think I can. There's 1. Hopefully straight line. There's 2. Okay, come cut these. To make half of a flying goose. Here's 1. That is a lot of pineapple. Thinking about your date, Chris. You must like pineapple. All right, I'm going to press these open. I'm so late with my blocks. So far, only one done, and she'll do the second today. Did Lori make a video for the second one? No, she didn't. Just on her blog, Valeria. Angela, you have improved your sewing and cross stitch so much. You were doing fast. Thank you, Valeria. And thank you for the super chat. You sweet, sweet person. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Valeria. Valeria gave us a super chat. Number one fan. Thank you. Thank you. Pressing open. Can sometimes also be for the birds. But so worth it. By the time you get that beautiful block done, oh my gosh. This puzzle block, by the way, I think is just, I don't know if it's the colors used or the orientation of them in the block. I don't know, but I think this puzzle block is stunning. I think it's just gorgeous. Okay. Did anybody do anything this weekend that was not Super Bowl related? Okay, now I have these ready to be trimmed. Okay, I'm going to press these open quick. To create a complete flying geese. Oops. You guys, in just a couple weeks, I head to Nashville Needlework Market. Are any of you guys excited about designs that you are seeing? Okay, look, I have those done. Almost missed you. Happy to be here. Hello, Cheryl. So glad you didn't miss us. You're very welcome. I was sound asleep. You were sleeping. When were you sleeping, Valeria? I saw Journey into what? And a Mardi Gras parade Saturday. You saw, did you not stop believing? Were you a small town girl living in a lonely world? Did you take a midnight train to Mardi Gras? Deborah, hello. Betsy, that sounds like so much fun. Oh, you were sleeping for the Super Bowl. I get it. Journey with the new lead singer, right? The new guy. Was it good? And Toto. Take me away from you. Is that right? Do I have it right? Okay. I have my 4 flying geese done. Now we can sew the 4 flying geese sets together. Okay. I can do that. Lori, I can do it. So the top one goes like this. And the bottom one, we're going to sew it together to look like that. Sadly, we went our separate ways. Oh, it didn't last. Was he so good? Those are big shoes to fill. I'm drawing a blank on that guy's name, but I know him. The original singer. You guys will know. You guys will tell me. But those are big shoes to fill. He had a really good voice. The original guy did. What was that guy's name? It's gonna bug me now. That's the type of concert I would go to. Both of those. Hey, don't do that. No. I had a very persnickety, bumpy seam that my foot did not want to, kept wanting to slide over. Now that song's gonna be in my head all day long. It's gonna be on replay in my brain. Press these open quick. Even though I don't want to. Sometimes I kind of want to press them to one side. Because that middle seam is so clunky. My finger thinks the iron is pretty hot. Ouch. I'm trying to hold that seam open. Okay. These are pressed open. I burn my finger. Did you tell me? Pete Perry. Yes. Steve Perry. Oh my gosh. He had such a great voice. Has, maybe still. I don't know. Barbara, you're kidding. Journey is your favorite of all time band? Steve Perry was the best. I was taking my Christmas tree down. Says Martha, we celebrated Christmas in the middle of January since I was having asthma problems. Oh, that's right. You told me that. So you celebrated. You're done. You're getting all your stuff done. But the newer guy can sing really well too. Okay, I've wondered about that. Those are big shoes to fill. Steve, it's going to be stuck in your head all day long. Steve Perry has a house sort of near me. What? Are you ever tempted to like go to his house on Halloween and sing? I would be. I'm playing a whole act in my head right now that is worthy of Steve Perry's front lawn. Chris. I missed it. I was starching. Hello, Judith. Okay, so I have these looking okay, I think. I don't know. You guys tell me if I'm wrong. We must be close. Okay, seams pressed open, 5-inch square. I suppose I should check it. A 5-inch square. I don't think I have a 5-inch square. So I'm just going to trust it. And I'm going to move this because I don't think I need that anymore. So I can lay this out. It's going to look like that. And like that. And like that. And like that. Oh, what in the world? You guys can't see what I'm talking about. Look. Okay, I just have to sew it together. Look, though, it looks pretty cool. Yeah, sew it together quick. Do have a middle seam to line up, so I'm going to pay attention to that. Darn machine, unthreaded, so I got to thread that quick. I was sewing in here yesterday, I guess. I think it was last week. And my little one came in and she was watching what was going on. And, now I dropped my bottom 2 blocks. So I got to figure out, I think they go like that. Yeah. So she was in here watching me. So she was standing close to my sewing machine. And she, you hold down the fabric while you're guiding it through the machine. And she got so nervous because my hands got closer to where it was going. And she was, Mom, stop. You're going to get your hands. I said, no, I won't let my hands get in there. It's okay. She was so anxious about it. Oops. Okay, I'm going to press these two open, or I'm going to try to without burning myself. I'm pressing that open, then I just closed all of my other seams. Okay, I'm going to press or sew top to bottom. Make sure that seam lines up in the middle. Press that open. The middle looks pretty good. That's always a happy thing. You get it sewn and the middle actually lines up with all those points in the middle. Okay. Let's see. How does it look? What do you guys think? The puzzle block middle. It's okay, right? Does anything look off? Does it look as it should? How's it look? Perry. Pam says, I love how quick these blocks make up. I can get one made after I get home from work. Yes. Isn't it fabulous? It's so satisfying. My scrapping mama. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Love it. Gorgeous. Looking great from here. Looks good. I love how fast these come together. Me too. Her instructions are fabulous. So now I'm going to really quick sew on these borders. These two on the sides and then top and bottom. And then you guys, I know some of you were asking last week, I want to see it turned into the circle. And we didn't get to it last week, so we should get to it today. So I'm going to quick go sew these on and I will be right back. I love how fast these come together. I agree, Sheila. So side to side, top to bottom, I will add the borders. One side. Other side. I'm going to press these to the side. I'm not pressing these open. Then I'm going to add top and bottom borders. sure they line up. And the other border. Okay, I'm going to press these out. Here she is. Look. Looking great. Thank you, Jane. Angela, yours looks great. Mine is reversed, but still cute and glued down. I want to see it because I bet it still looks just as cute, you know, as the original. Okay, so now I'm going to get this out of the way and get out one of my interfacing squares. That I already have traced. These are the 14 and a half inch interfacing, but I want to do my center so that, you know, I know what I'm doing here. Okay. And on this. So my center is marked. And now I want this to be over here for just a second. Okay. So now I'm going to center this on top of this. I want to see if she has any special instructions. Looks like she just has it lined up with the seams. So I'm going to line this with those seams going across the middle. I'm going to line this one up with the seams going up and down. Is my head in the way? It sure is. See, that's why this interfacing is so nice, because you can really see what's up and where it needs to be for your block. I'm going to pull in my handy magnetic pin holder. Make sure these don't shift as I'm laying it out. Pin this in place. Okay. So I have it all pinned, and now I'm going to go over, I'm going to shorten my stitch length, and I'm going to sew just around the circle, around the outside circle. I love your grandma's quilt block. I could make a quilt with any of these blocks we've done so far. I like them all as individual blocks. So together they are going to be so beautiful. I agree. And I really love how the circle completely changes it. God bless that circle. Yes, Sally. I agree. Hey, so happy. I finally got on live with you. A beautiful day here in Louisiana. I'm in sewing. Love your blocks. They are really beautiful. Thank you. So I'm going to sew around the outside of this. Stay with me because then we're going to come back and add it to this. So hold on a second. Shorten my stitch length. Try to carefully transfer this to the sewing machine so that it doesn't shift around. Which it doesn't. I mean, I have it pinned down, so it should be just fine. Okay. Now, this back on here. This. Now I have that sewn on there, so I can remove the pins. Get out my scissors. Okay. Now we have a circle. Now I'm going to grab this and I'm going to cut a slit. Okay, so now I have the slit. Sheila, and the circle hides all the threads on the back of the quilt, and it's going to look so neat. So true. So true. So now I'm going to turn this right side out. And turn it into a circle. It's circle time. Oh, 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 stop. Circle time. That song has been in my head every time I turn these into circles. Okay, and then I'm going to use my little thingy, point-to-point turner. I'm just going to push out that edge, the quilting fabric, just along the seam, you know, just to get it to have a good shape. There's no like super tricky shaping with this one. You know, we're not shaping a tulip or a leaf or a hedgehog or something like that. It's just a circle. Just want to smooth it out where I can't get with my fingertips. See if I see anything that looks wonky, but I think it's pretty good. Sally P, thank you so much. Thank you for spending time with us. I can only imagine how busy you are. You are too sweet. Thank you so, so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it says that's your 5th super on a live stream. Woohoo! Thank you so much, Sally. That's very, very sweet of you. I really appreciate that. So now I'm going to go press this quickly so that these, you know, looks like a nice, I'm going to press the edges, a nice round circle. Look how sweet that looks. Ah, I love it. Okay. Now, this way. I'm going to pull this in. Now I just need to center it on here. And we're just going to center these seams. So a petition more. Pretty close. Okay, see, that looks pretty good that way. And now these Mondays are really helpful, more visual, so that you are welcome. Good, I'm glad to hear that. It's helpful for me too. Okay, I'm gonna go stitch that way. Maybe just ever so slightly again. Well, okay, that's pretty close. I'm going to double check this with all the moving around. That's pretty close. I think I'm pretty happy with that. This is a little off, but think that's just my sewing. It's a little off there in the middle. Okay. So I'm going to put a pin in it. Okay. This is where I glue. I can't see super well. See, it ends up being very little, even though I'm doing it like that. It ends up not being very much. A bunch of teeny tiny dots. It's not like a straight line because I'm low with my glue. You know what I mean? So I do that. And then what I like to do is take these out. And then I grab a big ruler and set it on here. Put that on top. And then let it dry for a couple minutes. And then I will applique it down. I'll switch my stitch length back to normal, back to 2. And I'll sew. I'll just do a straight stitch right on the very edge, like as close to the edge as I can get. I'll do a straight stitch around, and then I will press it from the back, and then I'll trim it down using the 14.5 trim it ruler. So I'll line that up across there and across the top and the bottom like that. And then I'll trim around the outside to trim it down to 14.5 inches. I'll just leave that on there instead. This for that. So, ta-da! Thank you for doing them. You are welcome, Georgia. Tina, I use the circle ruler for this step. Oh, yeah. For lining it up. That's a good idea. Instead of using the other thing, you just do it like this and line up both sides, top to bottom. You can do it that way too. Sure can. Oh, did you guys see any of that? I just did it for you and then realized. So like that. And then you have the red lines lining up with your seams. So you can do it that way too. Looks great, says Barb. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So you guys, another Mercantile Monday is complete with our next Mercantile Sampler block, and that is block number 5. So that makes the whole top row. So what I will probably do is next week, because I like to have them displayed behind me. So next week when we do block 6, and I have block 6 to display behind me, at that time I'll sew together the first row. Those first 5 blocks, I'll sew all those together, and then I'll have my first row done. We have the first row done out of 5 in our Mercantile Sampler. How exciting is that? Larry, sorry, I have to go. Have a wonderful day today. You have a wonderful day too. So that's a wrap for Mercantile Monday. Thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you will come back and join me next week when we work on our next Mercantile Monday block. So Lori will release another one on Friday. On Friday of this week, she is going to release Duck and Ducklings. So I will likely make that on Friday or over the weekend. And then be ready for Spool and Bobbins is what will be. So let me show you. Let me show you what these are. So for this Friday, this is the Duck and Ducklings block. So we're going to make that. And then on Monday next week, what I will be making with you is the spool and bobbins block. So that's this one. So come back and join me on Monday, and I'll be making that one. And in the meantime, we have Whip Wednesday this Wednesday. So I hope you'll join me. Bring any whip you want and come and join me for Whip Wednesday. I'll be finishing up the last few blocks of my Bee Vintage Sampler. And then I will see you again on Thursday for our Friends Thursday Quilting and Cross Stitch live stream. And I have lots of stuff to share with you this week. Antoinette, Old Glory. I've got some good stuff to share with you. So come and join me for Thursday so you can get caught up on all the goodness that's happening at Happy Little Stitch Shop. I'm actually sewing with you today. Yay! Martha, you did a great job. Thank you. Happy stitching, says Betsy. So please give us a thumbs up on this video. Please leave me a comment below. That really helps with growing our YouTube channel. So please leave me a comment and let me know what you think, or if you have questions or anything like that. And I will see you again on Wednesday for Whip Wednesday. Please visit happylittlestitchshop.com for all of your stuff. And please don't forget to follow Happy Little Stitch Shop on Facebook and Instagram, and join our Happy Little Stitchers Facebook group. Have a wonderful day. And they are not hard. Look so hard, but they really are not. They are not hard. So if you're still thinking about Mercantile Sampler, please get your kit at happylittlestitchshop.com and jump in and join in the fun. Have a wonderful Monday, you guys. Take care. Happy stitching.